Let's start with question 1. What is a string? Is it a single binary digit? A sequence of characters? A numerical calculation? Or a type of storage device? The correct answer is B. A sequence of characters. A string is an ordered sequence of characters. For example, hello is a string. Each letter is an individual character. But strings are not limited to letters. They can also contain numbers, spaces, punctuation, and symbols. So remember, a string is a sequence of characters, and each character can have its own character code. Now, let's look at question 2. Consider the string cat. If indexing starts at 0, what is the index of the character t? Remember, in many programming languages, indexing begins at 0, so C is at index 0, A is at index 1, and T is at index 2. Therefore, the correct answer is C, 2. Remember, the index tells us the position of a character inside a string, and the first character is usually at index 0. Now, let's move to question 3. Using ASCII, which sequence of decimal codes represents the string cat? Let's look at each character. The letter C has the ASCII decimal code 67. The letter A has the code 65, and the letter T has the code 84. So, in the correct order, cat becomes 67, 65, 84. Therefore, the correct answer is B, 67, 65, 84. Remember, each character has its own ASCII code, and the order of the codes must match the order of the characters in the string. Now, let's look at question 4. What does traversing a string mean? The correct answer is C. Visiting each character one at a time. Traversing means moving through a string, from one character to the next, so that each character can be processed individually. For example, consider the string data. We start with D, then move to A, then T, and finally A. So we process the characters DATA, one after another. Remember, traversing a string means visiting each character one at a time. Now, let's move to question 5. What does the function ORD do? The correct answer is B. It converts a character into its numerical code. The ORD function takes a character as input and returns its corresponding ASCII decimal code. For example, if we use ORD with the character A, the result is 65. So, ORD of A equals 65. Similarly, B has the code 66, and C has the code 67. So remember, ORD converts a character into its numerical character code. Now let's look at question 6. What is the result of CHR 100? The correct answer is C, lowercase d. The CHR function takes a numerical character code and converts it into the corresponding character. Here, the decimal code is 100. ASCII decimal 100 represents lowercase d, so 100 through CHR becomes D. Remember, CHR performs the opposite operation to ORD. ORD converts a character into a code, while CHR converts a code back into a character. Now, let's move to question 7. Which word is represented by these ASCII decimal codes? 68, 79, 71. Let's convert each code into its character. ASCII code 68 represents D, code 79 represents O, and code 71 represents G. Now, put the characters together, DOG. This gives us the word dog. Therefore, the correct answer is B, dog. Remember, when decoding a sequence of character codes, convert each code into its character and keep them in the same order.